Hi everyone, this is Dr. Athar Mansoor from TRACS. In this video, I am going to review for you a very interesting book by Kai-Fu Lee, and the title of the book is AI Superpowers. Let me share the screen with you. All right. So this book was published in 2018, and Kai-Fu Lee is a graduate from Columbia University and a PhD from Carnegie Mellon. His book provides an insightful look into the burgeoning field of AI and its profound implications for global economics, governance, and human society. Lee argues in this book that the AI revolution is not just a technological shift, but it is a fundamental reordering of global power between US and China, who have emerged as AI superpowers. As far as main themes of this book are concerned, one of the overarching themes is the shifting landscape of AI dominance. And in this book, it has been explained in a very lucid manner that the current AI boom is comparable to the Industrial Revolution or the invention of electricity. And this AI boom is poised to generate unprecedented economic value, just as electricity did after the Industrial Revolution. The era of AI is shifting from discovery to implementation and from elite expertise to abundant or ample data. This is also part of this theme of the shifting landscape of AI dominance. Lee also tells us that the US initially held a commanding lead due to academic breakthroughs, but China has rapidly caught up and is poised to lead in many areas due to its several unique advantages. Another theme of this book is China's rise as an AI superpower. Lee has talked about the Sputnik movement in China's AI history, and he tells us about the AlphaGo victory over Go champion Lee Sedol, which served as China's Sputnik movement. And after this, it sparked an intense national AI fever in China, galvanizing investment, research, and entrepreneurship on an unprecedented scale. Lee also talks about gladiator entrepreneurs in China, just as Wang Xing and Jack Ma of Alibaba. And he tells us that the brutally competitive internet market has forged a generation of these gladiator entrepreneurs. They are incredibly nimble, savvy, and relentless in execution. And they distinguish their companies, in fact, distinguish themselves from the Silicon Valley's mission-driven approach by having a market approach or market-driven approach, and they are willing to adapt to any model to make profit. And that leads them to rapid iteration and innovation in their business models. Lee has also talked about alternate internet universe and data abundance from China's perspective, and how China has developed an alternate internet universe around products such as WeChat, and how they have been integrated deeply into the daily lives of Chinese, and how they have built an ecosystem where massive quantity of data is being high quality real world data is being generated on user behavior, and which serves as an oil for fueling AI age and giving Chinese companies a competitive advantage. The proactive Chinese government support for AI has also been explained in this book, and how China has come up with ambitious plans, massive funding, subsidies, preferential policies, and mobilization of resources on an epic scale, which has overall created an AI-friendly policy environment. Lee calls this as techno-utilitarian approach, which has prioritized broader social good and rapid deployment of AI over individual privacy or traditional market efficiency. And this approach, he explains, has differed significantly from the US approach. The growing AI expertise in China has also been explained in this book. Lee tells us that definitely US has been leading through its superstar research, but at the same time, China has developed a large number of well-trained engineers and scientists in AI who are absorbing global AI research through open source publications and other modes like online lectures and have caught up. An interesting fact about this book is that there have been four waves have been discussed in this book as far as AI is concerned. The first wave is known as Internet AI, which uses AI algorithms as recommendation engines to optimize content delivery based on user data, example, Google and Alibaba, and how China and the US are currently on equal footing. But Lee tells us that China is projected to gain a slight advantage due to its larger user base and frictionless mobile payments. The second wave, Lee tells us, is about business AI, which mines traditional company database for hidden correlations to optimize business outcomes, example in financial services or legal systems. Lee tells us that US currently holds a strong lead due to better structured data, but China is making strides by leapfrogging legacy systems, especially in the areas of microfinance and public services. The third wave discussed in this book is perception AI, which digitizes the physical world through sensors and smart devices, allowing machines to see and hear, example, smart homes and facial recognition. And China has clear edge in implementation due to cultural acceptance of data collection and Shenzhen's manufacturing prowess. And the last wave is autonomous AI, which integrates the previous wave to enable machines to navigate and work productively in the real world, like drones, autonomous cars, and robots. While the US currently leads in core technology, Lee tells us that China is rapidly catching up and has an edge in hardware intensive applications and government supported infrastructure for self driving cars or autonomous vehicles. An interesting thing discussed in this book is about the real AI crisis, which is related to jobs and inequality. Lee has argued that the most significant threat from AI is not AGI or superintelligence, which he believes might not be possible, but he says that the imminent crisis is mass unemployment and widening inequality. For example, the GPT, general purpose technology, will cause unprecedented disruptions across industries, and it will badly hit white collar jobs due to its ability to optimize cognitive tasks based on data, which is also known as Moravec's paradox. Lee has estimated in this book that 40 to 50% US jobs could technically become automated within the next 10 to 20 years, which means about 2028 to 2038 or 2040. And there'll be job losses potentially reaching around 20-25%. He also tells us that AI's natural tendency towards monopolies and its data-driven virtuous cycle will further concentrate wealth among few AI tycoons, which will exacerbate global and domestic inequality. The book concludes with a call for global cooperation and mutual understanding, moving beyond a zero-sum AI race mentality and to collaborate to shape an AI future which could bring prosperity and betterment and advancement for human society as such. There are many strengths of this book. Lee has served in Silicon Valley and is currently in China. He is originally Taiwanese, but as I've told you, he has been educated in the US and now he's in China. So he has given us insider perspective because he has served in both the countries and seen both the countries' technological ecosystems, especially from AI's perspective. The book is clear and accessible. It has avoided excessive technical jargon and explains AI concepts in simple, straightforward manner for understanding of policymakers, students, and business leaders. It has contrasted AI approaches in China and US, and especially he has laid out how China's copycat culture, once which was seen as a liability, has become an asset for adapting and rapidly iterating new AI applications. And finally, the book gets a humanistic turn. The second half is philosophical and urges the readers to prioritize empathy and compassion and the policies which should be empathetic and compassionate and also adopt emotional intelligence so that it's not just technological advancement, but it is human advancement. There are definitely some weaknesses of this book. For example, it is overgeneralized. He has overgeneralized the US-China AI rivalry and ignored some very prominent countries like in Europe and Canada or Japan, who are also there in AI race, or who are also working with a lot of effort in the AI domain. The book gives us an optimistic view of China, downplaying its potential downsides like surveillance, censorship, and ethical issues. The policy solutions given by Lee are also underdeveloped, and they lack specificity and are especially with regards to their execution. There is at times it feels that there is less technical depth, and more was required, because there needs to be some exploration of the nuanced AI technologies, and they need to be explored in deeper detail. Finally, this book, I think, is recommended for policymakers exploring AI and its social impact, students of international relations and technology and innovation policy, general readers who are interested in China-US tech competition, and finally, entrepreneurs and investors navigating the AI landscape. Viewers, thank you so much for watching this book review. Please subscribe to TRACS.Pakistan and don't forget to hit the bell icon. We have other book review videos, for example, on a book, very prominent book, Has China Won? Destined for War by Graham Allison, and also Atomic Habits. So thank you so much. Stay tuned for more. Join TRACS.